Welcome to Listen and Grow Books. Today's summary explores The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, a timeless guide to understanding how emotion, behaviour, and mindset shape our relationship with wealth. This isn't about stock picks or portfolio hacks. It's about how your upbringing, fears, values, and habits determine your financial success. Each segment includes a real-world example and a key takeaway. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the money truths that textbooks rarely teach. Segment 1. Financial success is not just about intelligence. We often assume that wealth comes from knowing more. But Housel argues that behaviour trumps IQ when it comes to building wealth. Think about it. Two people with similar incomes and education levels can end up in entirely different financial situations. One saves diligently, lives below their means, and builds wealth. The other overspends, takes excessive risks, and stays broke. Warren Buffett didn't build his fortune because he had the highest IQ in the room. He built it because he mastered the art of long-term thinking and self-control. Imagine Emma, a nurse who saves 15% of her paycheck regularly, and Dave, a tech engineer making double her salary but spends it all on gadgets and lifestyle. 10 years later, Emma has financial peace. Dave, despite higher earnings, is still in debt. The learning from this is that your financial behaviour, patience, discipline, consistency, matters more than financial knowledge alone. Segment 2. Luck and Risk, the Invisible Influencers. Success stories often highlight grit and the strategy, but luck and its darker twin, risk, play a huge role. Bill Gates is brilliant, yes, but he also happened to attend one of the few high schools in the world with a computer in the 1970s. That's luck. Similarly, someone might get laid off despite doing everything right. That's risk, and for example, one investor may retire wealthy after timing the market perfectly, partly due to luck. Another may follow the same strategy, but get hit by an economic crisis. Their outcomes differ, not because of intelligence, but timing. The learning from this is that be humble in success and compassionate in failure. Luck and risk are always at play. Segment 3. Knowing when enough is enough. One of the most powerful chapters in the book is about contentment. Greed, Housel says, is what drives people to risk everything, even when they already have more than enough. For instance, take Bernie Madoff. He had wealth, reputation, influence, but he wanted more and ended up in prison. Or Rajat Gupta, who rose from poverty to the top of the corporate world, then lost it all chasing more. Contrast that with Grace Groner, a secretary who invested modestly and died a millionaire, quietly leaving her fortune to charity. The learning from this: financial happiness comes from defining your enough. Don't risk what you have chasing what you don't need. Segment 4. Save money without a specific reason. Not all savings need a clear purpose. Sometimes just having money set aside for the unknown gives you power. Saving provides options. You can quit a job you hate. You can take time off to care for a loved one. You can jump on a sudden opportunity. Take, for example, of Jake. He didn't plan to start a business. But when a redundancy package arrived, his emergency fund gave him the confidence to try and succeed. The learning from this is that you should save not just for your goals, but for flexibility. Freedom is one of the best things your money can buy. Segment 5. The Quiet Power of Compounding. Albert Einstein called compounding the eighth wonder of the world. Housel reminds us that small, consistent gains over time beat one-time wins. Warren Buffett made 90% of his wealth after age 65. His real secret: he started investing at age 10 and never stopped. If you invest $250 per month starting at 25, you could have $500,000 by 60 at a modest return rate. Start at 35, you might only have half that. The learning from this is that time is your greatest financial asset. Be patient. Compounding rewards the consistent. Segment 6. you're playing a different game. The stock market, crypto hype, flashy lifestyles, they can all feel like a game of comparison. But remember, everyone is playing a different financial game. A day trader may thrive on volatility. A retiree may want stability. What works for one can ruin another. Take, for example, of Sarah. She invests in index funds for long-term security. Her cousin brags about day trading crypto. Should she feel inadequate? Number, they're playing different games. The learning from this: define your financial game and play it with discipline. Comparison is a costly distraction. Segment 7. Real wealth is what you don't see. Wealth is invisible. It's the car someone didn't buy, the vacation they skipped, the Rolex they never wore. Many people look rich but aren't wealthy, because real wealth is savings, not spending. Take, for instance, of Tom. He drives a used car and lives modestly, but he owns multiple properties and has no debt. Meanwhile, his flashy neighbour leases everything and carries credit card debt. Moral is: don't judge wealth by appearances. The richest people often don't look it. Segment 8. The most powerful tool: your mindset. Housel's final message is simple yet profound. The way you think about money is more important than any investment strategy. It's about humility, discipline, delayed gratification, and empathy. Managing your emotions is harder and more valuable than managing your portfolio. For instance, Lena, a teacher, retired comfortably not because she had the best job, but because she had the right mindset. She lived below her means, stayed invested, and never panicked. The learning from this: your mindset is your greatest asset. Master it, and you master your money. You've just listened to The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, a reminder that personal finance is more about psychology than math. Success doesn't come from being the smartest. It comes from being patient, thoughtful, and consistent. If this summary resonated with you, consider buying the book from the link below. Please like and rate this audiobook, and be sure to subscribe to Listen and Grow Books for more powerful summaries that transform the way you think and live. Until next time, invest in wisdom and keep growing.